Ladies and gentlemen, the live audience at Live with Kelly&Mark had never been this silent. Cameras panned to Kelly Ripa, her smile, usually bright and unshakable, now trembling like a fragile leaf in the wind. The familiar set, her home away from home for decades, felt different, charged with an unusual heaviness that made every viewer at home lean closer to their screens. "Mark," she whispered, her voice breaking mid-sentence. Then, after a long, heavy pause, she choked out words that would shatter hearts across the nation. "I'm not coming back." The studio erupted in stunned murmurs. Mark Consuelos, usually the composed anchor, stood frozen, his hand reaching for hers, but even that small gesture could not erase the heartbreak etched on Kelly's face. The build-up no one saw coming. It hadn't been a sudden decision. Fans who followed Kelly's career closely noticed small signs. A hesitant tone here, a fleeting glance there, moments when she seemed lost in thought during rehearsals. But no one imagined this would be the end of an era. For 20 years, Kelly Ripa had been the morning sunshine of millions, laughing with guests, teasing Mark with inside jokes, and guiding audiences through moments of joy, grief, and everything in between. But behind her radiant smile, there was a private struggle, a gnawing sense that life outside the studio had been waiting for her quietly for far too long. "She's always been about giving her all," one longtime crew member confided off-camera. "But lately, we've seen her give a little less of herself to the show and a little more to herself." The morning of the farewell. That morning began like any other. Cameras rolling, producers calling out cues, fans gathering outside with their morning coffee, waving signs of support. Kelly walked onto set, her usual energy present, but tempered by an uncharacteristic quiet. Mark noticed it instantly, the small shift in her demeanor that said more than words ever could. "Are you okay?" he asked gently during their pre-show banter. She smiled, but it didn't reach her eyes. "I'll be fine," she replied, voice soft, almost distant. It was only when the teleprompter ended and they were live on air that Kelly found herself confronting the truth she had kept private for months. The moment that broke millions. As the show went on, Kelly tried to maintain her routine, introducing guests, laughing at jokes, performing her signature charm, but her eyes kept darting to the camera, as if speaking directly to each viewer at home. And then, without warning, she stopped mid-sentence. The words stumbled out, raw and unfiltered. I've realized something. I've given everything I can to this show. To you all, every single morning. But I need to give the rest of myself to life outside these walls, and I can't do that if I stay here." Her hands trembled, her voice wavered. Tears rolled down her cheeks as the studio audience, and indeed the millions watching at home, held their collective breath. Mark's hand found hers, squeezing it tightly. He leaned in, trying to offer silent reassurance, but the pain in her eyes was undeniable. "I'm not coming back," Kelly said again, this time with a clarity that left no room for doubt. The fans' heartbreak. Social media exploded within seconds. Hashtags trended worldwide. Hashtag Kelly Ripa farewell. Hashtag heartbroken. Hashtag live with Kelly. Fans flooded the platforms with messages of disbelief. "I can't believe this. My mornings won't be the same without her. Kelly, we love you, but please don't go. This feels like losing a family member." Memes, fan videos, and compilations of her most iconic moments flooded timelines. It wasn't just a farewell from a TV host. It was a farewell from a friend who had shared the intimate moments of viewers' lives for decades. Behind the decision. Sources close to Kelly revealed the decision had been months in the making. She wants to explore new creative avenues, one insider shared. She wants to travel, spend uninterrupted time with her family, maybe even focus on projects that are deeply personal, not bound by ratings or schedules. It's about freedom for her. Kelly's announcement wasn't fueled by frustration or conflict. It was a personal reckoning. a need to reclaim a life she had poured into the show while juggling the expectations of fans, producers, and her own high standards. Mark's heartbreaking support. Mark Consuelos, her husband and co-host, stood stoically beside her, though anyone could see the storm behind his eyes. He had known this day might come, yet nothing could truly prepare him. "This isn't just my decision," Kelly said, reaching for his hand. "It's ours. You've been my partner in everything, Mark, and now I need your support more than ever." Mark nodded, swallowing the lump in his throat. "Always," he whispered. The couple shared a silent embrace that spoke volumes. Years of partnership, laughter, challenges, and love condensed into a single moment. The cameras kept rolling, capturing history. If you've been moved by this story, please subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell so you don't miss future updates on Mark Consuelos and other important stories. And in the comments below, share your messages of love and encouragement for Mark and Kelly.